continues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go. Twenty-one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quick. Backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here we go.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On the return, here's Agnew. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. And in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parker. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Parker. He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Looking to throw. Parker under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Parker to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Now Parker going to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Bears at 4 and 7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, leg!
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
Oh, able to avoid him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff to Chandler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
These two teams all tied after one.
Now a second down and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Parker now throwing on first down. Completes it to Davis.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Parker sliding out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 36, Garoppolo. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Agnew now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Parker. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The ball comes out, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring a 3.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
21.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
13.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Able to connect with Dotson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown, Bears! Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bunker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
21. Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Here we go, here we go.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
21, 21.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Parker to throw on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Parker throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now Parker on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Parker. And he can't escape, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Bears take over.
Here we go.
At at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
21.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the kick here no good. But a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. And that flag accepted. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. It's Kelsey on the ground. He's got the first down and more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And Garoppolo, maybe a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aiden Hutchinson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Parker now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. Finding room at midfield. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Parker. It's caught by Davis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the right side. It's Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
To about the 40-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Garoppolo to throw.
Dotson, he's got it.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Chandler. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that's complete to Davis. And he'll have a first down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now a first throw here in overtime. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Parker. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive.
Now Chandler.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does four-down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Back to throw. Parker. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They run it with Chandler, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler, and he is in for the score. And it is absolutely